All right, hey everybody. So I'm out here today with Alice. We're going to be doing a little something different today. I've been wanting to work my mule single in the woods some, and before I start them in the woods single, I wanted to put them on the old skidder tire and let them have a little tire therapy, a little one-on-one action. And this is good for them, y'all. It's the best thing you can do for a pair of mules or a pair of horses, is to split them up and work them single, and let them think for themselves. Get used to, you know, my commands, what I want, what I expect, line tension, all that other good stuff. We'll go through that a little bit at a time here. But, you know, this might be a backwards approach to the way some people does it. Some people start them single and then puts them in a team and works them. Me, I start them as a team and then split them up later on. And the reason why I do that is because when you start them as a team, they can rely on each other. They can calm each other down. They can help each other start a load and stop a load. And when you're trying to get stuff done instead of just piddling, you know, you got to do what you got to do to get the work done. Which in that case, you know, in a team, they just sort of tend to go a little easier. But anyway, here's Alice. We're going to do Kate next. I'm working Alice for about 2.5 hours, and I'm going to work Kate for about 2.5 hours. But this is Alice first, and we're going to give her a shot right here, right now. All right, now kind of the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to go down this road right here. We're just going up and down this little road right here beside the school. It's a little service road that's beside my house. And it's a good place to work because it's, you know, it's quiet. There's traffic every once in a while, which is good for them. Kind of get them used to things. But being on this asphalt and a good straight road to follow, and this tire here, you know, it's a pretty good little load for them. It's about 600-800 pounds worth. I've got some blocks inside of it. It's just a good little load to get their attention. And as y'all can see, she's sweated up there. So when sweat's dripping off their ears and off their collar, y'all, you got their attention. And that's what you got to do if you really want to make your animals turn out good and listen to you. Look at her ears up there. Her ears are listening back here to me. All right, Alice. Now, before I tell y'all much of anything else, I need to tell you this. When you're going to give a mule a command, call that mule's name and let it know that you're talking to it. You know, call its name. The first thing we're going to do is call her name. All right, Alice. Alice, listen to me. Come up. She's a little sluggish because she don't have Kate here to go first, and Kate's usually the first one to walk off. But that's all right. That's good. We're going to fix that while we're working here. And I'll use my line. These big 1.5-inch leather lines has got a lot of kinetic energy. You can flip them like that and pop them in the butt, and that'll get their attention. But like I said, the first thing you want to do, y'all, is call her name. They learn their name that way. And then when you put them back in a team, you can give them independent commands and things will work out a lot better for you. And y'all have to excuse me, I'm still just a little bit hoarse and I've still got a little bit of a head cold. So y'all just bear with me here. But I wanted to show y'all a few things, how I get them started single. She wasn't no problem, she just walked right off. Some mules or horses, it will bother them to be by themselves a lot. She's doing good so far. Now we're gonna start into a figure 8. Yeah, little. All right. And when I want her to go straight, I say, all right. And then when I get to the end, I'm gonna say, haw, little. Haw, little, Alice. Alice, haw. Haw, little. I want her to come all the way around. We're gonna make a figure 8 right here. I'm holding a little bit of right line tension in that left turn to make her stay straight. I don't want her bending her head around. All right. All right, now G, Alice. Alice, G. Now see, I'm gonna put a little right tension on her to make her G. I'm gonna hold a little left tension on her to keep her from bending around too much. I don't know how well y'all can see my hands, but that's what the deal is. G, little. All right. And when I want her to go straight, I say, all right. And I let a little bit of tension off the line. Haw, little, Alice. Alice, haw. Haw, little. Haw, little, Alice. Alice, haw. Now see, she's learning her name. She's learning how to walk and haw. She's learning how to walk and G. All right. And I try to change it up on my directions every once in a while. Now haw a little, Alice. Alice, haw. Alice, haw a little. Because if you don't, they'll get smart to it, and they'll be walking a figure eight just because, and they're not really listening to you. Haw a little. Haw a little. All right. So you change it up every once in a while, and that keeps them guessing. And they learn to listen to you instead of just doing what they want to do. Yeah, little. Take up a little, take up a little bit of line in your turn. Hold a little bit of left tension like I'm doing here, and that's gonna keep her straight. Yeah, little. Yeah, little. All right. Now I want her to go straight. Now I'm gonna gather up my left line. Haw a little. Haw a little, Alice. Alice, haw. Haw a little. She wants to go back home. Haw a little. Haw a little. Haw a little. All right. Whoa. Now what we're gonna do, that y'all seen the figure eights, and figure eights is just like I say, making a figure eight, and that's teaching her to G a little or haw a little. That'd be like when we're going down a trail in the woods and I want them to turn as they're walking. I'll say haw a little and they'll go to the left, or I'll say G a little and they'll go to the right. And y'all, I drive them in my mouth as much as I do with the lines. The lines is kind of a backup. My mouth is primary, the lines are secondary. And when you're teaching them these voice commands like I'm doing right now, you want to speak to them first, and then you want to use these lines to make them do what you want to do. But give them the opportunity first. Okay, so what we're going to do next, let me get my line straight here. What we're going to do next is I want her to do about a 90-degree fanning maneuver left over here. I want to go back all the way and then to the right, and then I want to go all the way back left, and then all the way back right. And you just keep doing that back and forth of fanning, and that will teach them your voice commands, and it will teach them to sidestep. And I want her butt to follow her head. In other words, when her front legs move, I want her back legs to move. And you do that by setting yourself up. Say, like, if I want her to go haw, I'm gonna step over here a little to the side of her, and I'm gonna take this right outside line, and I'm gonna hold just enough tension on her that she's gonna, if she swings her butt around, it's gonna pull on her mouth a little bit and make her straighten up, if that makes any sense. It'll make more sense once I show y'all what we got going here. Okay, so here we go. Now, first thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna go haw to the left. So I'm gonna step over to the right, or to the left just a little bit. And as she's coming around, I'm gonna stay right behind her. All right, Alice, haw, haw. Alice, haw, 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 haw. Now see, I want her butt to move. There comes her butt, easy. And I'm gonna swing with her. As she swings, I'm swinging. Haw, haw, whoa. All right, that's pretty good. Whoop. A little faster than I like, but that's all right. Now I want her to go G. I want her to go to the right. So I'm gonna step just a little bit over here on the right side of her. G, little Alice. Alice, G, listen to me. G. All right, whoop, whoop. This is a common thing. They'll want to go forward on you. You got to hold them still and make them just side pass and not walk forward. Yep, G, Alice. Yep, yep. Use that left line to make her butt move. And then you got to swing as she swings. Yep, 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 yep. Pull that butt over as she swings, and it'll be ugly in the beginning, y'all. Whoa, until they learn it. And then once they learn it, it'll be a nice, they'll just do a nice swing like this, and they'll swing back like that, and they'll keep their body straight. All right, Alice, haw, haw. Whoop, haw, haw, haw. Straighten up a little. Now see how I'm moving with her? I'm pivoting around this tire. We're both pivoting. I'm just going the opposite direction she's going. Whoa. And in that way, I'm staying behind her. I want to stay in line with her spine as best I can as she's turning. And in that way, that'll help me keep her head, her whole body in line, and it'll teach her to move all four of her feet at the same time. She needs to move her back end with her front end and just come on around. All right, Alice. G, Alice. Move that butt. Straighten up. Yep. Yep. Now, as you hold pressure on her with that left line to make her straighten her butt up, tell her straighten up. And they'll learn that. They'll learn that when you say straighten up, they'll learn to straighten their body back up. All right, Alice. Yep. Yep. Straighten up. Yep. 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 Straighten up. Yep. Yep. Straighten up. Yep. 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 Whoa. Now you can do this in a team, y'all. The same, kind of, sort of the same exact way. The difference is when you got a single, you got two lines, one on each side of the mule, and you can really get the response that you're looking for doing it single. When you work in a team, you know your team lines are in the middle and they cross over. You still want to hold a little opposite tension on them and tell them to straighten up and all that good stuff. The principle's still the same, but you don't get as good of a response as you do with these single lines. All right, Alice. Oh, stand up, Alice. Oh, straighten up. Stand up a little. Whoop, whoop. Now, one thing I need to tell y'all about, while you're doing this maneuver, you want your single tree down there, or your double trees, whatever. If you're doing it with a team or with a single, you want your single tree down there to kind of keep a little tension on it. And if you do, your trace chains right here, they'll get up against their legs, and it'll help you make them turn, make them move their back in. All right, haul a little. Haul a little. Stand up. Whoop. Now haul. Haul, haul. Straighten up. Straighten up. Good girl. Whoa. All right, now I'm gonna get over here behind her. Now, Alice, G, Alice. Listen to me now. G. If she ain't listening, take that line bumper on the butt. G. Straighten up. G. Stand up a little. Whoop. Now, G. Yep. Whoa. And y'all, this takes a little practice on both of you's part, on the mule and on the handler. You kind of got to get a feel for it, you know, like if you're turning to the right, you want to be a little bit on this side of them. If you're turning to the left, you want to be a little bit on this side of them. And it kind of, you just sort of got to get a feel for it. You got to get a feel for things as to how to best make this come out. And it takes a little practice, but it don't take either one long to figure it out. All right, haul, Alice. Haul. Easy. Good girl. Haul. Whoa. Whoop. All right, and you speak softly to them, and use your physical connection if they don't do what you ask. In other words, if you tell them to G and they don't start stepping, take that line and pop them on the tail right there. G, like that. Yep. Easy. Yep. G, Alice. Alice, G. Straighten up. And then G. Yep. Whoop. Yep. And when they go to step forward like she tried to just then, hold them with your lines and tell her whoop. You know, say whoop like that, and that'll get them where they'll mind you, and they'll start learning that G and haul. Everything will be good. And then you can do figure eights. That'll teach them. That'll get them bridle wise for one thing. It'll teach them bridle wise. They'll learn how to respond to your lines. And another thing it'll do is it'll teach them how to turn when you say G a little or haul a little. If you speak to them, you know, they ain't gonna learn nothing if you don't tell them, if you don't speak to them. But look at her ears up there, y'all. She's listening to me. She's doing her best to please me. Alice is a real good mule. Her and Kate both has done me a real fine job, but it's time for them to start thinking on their own now. So that's why we're out here doing this single work. Now up next, hopefully we'll have Kate. Hopefully I got enough battery where I can show y'all a little bit of Kate. She'll be a little bit later on, and I'll be doing the same thing with her. All right, now here I am with Kate. We're down here doing the same exact thing, same exact road, Same exact tire, same single tree, whatnot. But I'm doing the same thing with her I did with Alice earlier. I want to get them used to working single, because me and Skylar's going to start working them single a little bit in the woods. So I wanted to get them accustomed to it. And this tire, you know, is good for them. It's a good load. It's good to exercise them with. You can see she's sweated up. And pulling on this asphalt, that tire pulls a little harder too. But it's good exercise for them to keep them in shape. And plus, you know, I just wanted to kind of get them used to being by themselves, let them think for themselves and whatnot. And this is good training for them to do this. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do some figure eights right in here. Now, I have been working her up and down the road here a couple times, and just sort of got the edge off of her where she'll listen to me. And if y'all look up there, look at her ears, she's paying attention. So we got her attention. Next thing I want to do is I want to do some figure eights, and then we want to do some more fanning maneuvers. All right, remember, first thing we do is call their name. All right, Kate, come up. Whoop, now she's still wanting to fan. She thinks we're still in the fanning mode, so I got to get her out of that. And this is good, y'all, because now they got to think for themselves. They can't wait on a teammate to go and you know, show them what to do. They got to do it all on their own. All right, Kate, stand up. All right, haul little, haul little, haul little. Good girl. Haul, Kate. Good girl. We just want a nice, slow and easy turn. Haul, haul. Come on around. Keep hauling. Haul. All right. Now we want to go straight. Then we're going to roll right into a G turn. G, Kate. Kate, G little. G little. Remember, hold a little outside tension with that outside line. Keep her straight. Whenever she completes her turn, I'm gonna say, all right. And that cues her to go straight. Now haul little. Haul little, Kate. Kate, haul. Haul little. Haul little. And this is just a good exercise to get them good bridle wise, and also to get them where they'll listen to you and mind your voice. All right. It's just a good exercise for them. Plus they're pulling this tire, which is good for their muscling and strength conditioning. So it's just a good exercise all the way around the way I'm doing it. Yeah, little. Yeah, little. A little more. Yep. All right. Whoa. All right, now that we got that exercise down, now we're going to start doing a fanning maneuver left and right. And this is probably one of the hardest maneuvers to get a horse and or a mule to do. To keep their body straight, to move their butt with their front, move their back legs with their front legs. You want them to just kind of sidestep to the left, stop, sidestep all the way around to the right, stop, and just do it back and forth. And I do this while I'm giving them a break. See, she's sitting there sweating. You can see where she sweated on the pavement here. So it's a good time to give her a break. And while we're taking a break, it's a good time to learn something and be productive of our time. All right, Kate, haul, haul. Kate, haul. Haul, whoop. Now haul, haul. Listen to me. Stand up a little. Haul. Straighten up a little. Now haul, haul. Haul, haul. Stand up. Now haul. Stand up a little. Whoa. Now I want her to keep that single tree and them trace chains kind of tight. I don't want her backing up. So when you hear me say stand up a little, or you hear me go like that, whoa, whoa. She thought I meant for her to go. When y'all hear me do that, make that cue, that's make her stand up a little and get up in the collar. I don't want her backing up on me. I want her to stay up in that collar to keep them trace chains tight, because if not, she'll step outside the trace chains. And two, them trace chains, as she's turning, them trace chains will help pull her back legs around with her front legs if she gets a little sideways. All right, Kate, you little. Yep, yep, yep. Straighten up a little. Straighten up. Straighten up. Now remember, straighten up is what I want her to get her body in line. I want her hind end in line with her front end. Yep. Yep. Yep, Kate. Straighten up a little. Yep. And see, I got to pivot with her. As she pivots, I got to pivot around this tire. Yep. Whoa. Now I want y'all to look at her single tree down here. See how how her single tree is off to the side, and we got a little bit of a well, you know, a little leeway in there where she can turn. The more leeway you got, the sharper they can turn. Anyway, now let's start her back to the left. All right. Now I'm gonna stand on just to the left of her. Straighten up. Straighten up, Haw. Whoop, whoop. That's good that she listened. Haw. Keep them up in the traces. Haw. As she pivots, you pivot. Haw. Butt with the front, butt with the front. Stand up a little, stand up a little. Whoop, straighten up. Whoa. Now, we'll go back to the right. All right, Kate, yeah. Whoop, yeah, Kate. Yep. Remember to use your voice first and then the lines. Always use your voice first and then the lines, and always get their attention by calling their name. Let them know you're talking to them. Hey, Kate, yep. Yeah, Kate. Now I'm gonna use a line a little bit. Yep, straighten up. And then I'm gonna use a line a little bit. Straighten up, yep. Yep. Kate, yeah. Straighten up. Yeah. Yep, straighten up. Yep. 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 Yeah. 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 Yep. Yep. Whoa. Now when they're young and they're just learning, you're gonna have to talk to them a lot. Sometimes you'll have to talk a little louder than other times. As they get older, you'll talk less and you'll talk softer, because they'll listen to you a lot better and they'll know what you're saying a lot better. And a lot of times they'll know what you want before you even ask it. If you do this enough on these tires, doing what I'm doing right here, if I were to spend a couple hours doing this, in an hour or so, she would just go to start doing it before I even ask her, because she knows what I'm gonna ask her next. All right, Kate, Haw. Kate, Haw. Kate, Haw. Stand up a little. Stand up a little. Stand up a little. Stand up a little. See how she's gonna get outside that trace? That's why I'm telling her to stand up a little. All right, now Haw. Stand up, Haw. Stand up, Haw. Whoop. Now Haw. 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 Whoop. Haw. Now Haw. Now if she was real bad about backing up, I'd get me a stick, and while I'm sitting there making her fan, I'd hold that stick up there, and I'd take that stick and just tap her on the butt when she goes to backing up. I'd get up here real close to her like this, and I'd put my stick in my hand like this, and I would use that stick to, you see what I'm saying? I just tap her like that on the butt, or poke her a little bit. And she's not too bad about it. Just a little flick of the line would get her to stand up. But if she didn't know stand up and didn't know how to tighten up a little, then I would use a stick on her. And that'll help you out a lot too. All right, yeah, Kate. Yeah. Straighten up. Straighten up. Now, yeah. Yep. Straighten up. Yep. Yep. You want that butt to come on around with them, with that front. See how she's moving them together now? Yep. That's what we want. And when you start this, y'all, it ain't gonna be pretty. They're not gonna do it all at one time. You just gotta take your time and get them to do it. A little bit at a time. Yeah, little. Yep. Yep. Whoa. And then pretty soon, after you do it long enough, they'll just get to where they'll do it. And like I say, you can stand off to the opposite. Well, like if I want her to go to the left, stand over to the left a little bit, which will be on the same side, and use your opposite line to pull her butt around. So you know, watch this. Haw. Haw, haw, okay. Now see, I want her butt to move, so I'm gonna, that outside line, I'll use that outside line to pull it. And I'll tell her to straighten up right before I do it, and that'll make her, she'll learn that terminology, straighten up. All right, Kate. Now straighten up. Yep. Now haw, haw, haw. Straighten up a little. Haw, haw, haw. I'm gonna pivot. While she's pivoting, I'm gonna pivot. Now haw. Stand up. Straighten up. Straighten up. Haw. Now haw. Straighten up. Whoa. And like I say, y'all, this takes a lot of practice. A lot of practice. This is probably one of the most hardest maneuvers that you can do with a draft mule or draft horse, especially a draft horse, because they got big feet and they'll step on themselves, you know, and the mule can do it a lot easier because they got smaller feet and they're a little lighter on their feet. A draft horse has got bigger feet, and a lot of times they'll step on their opposite foot in the direction that they're going, and it can cause our cornets to bleed, especially if you got them shod. So you just got to be careful, especially with horses, and make sure they go real slow. Slow and easy is the key to winning this race right here. Anyway, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this little tidbit. I wasn't able to get in the woods this weekend due to me not feeling well, but I did want to have something for y'all to see, and this is something I've been wanting to do anyway, is get them started single, and this was kind of a light duty work for me. All I've got to do is just walk back and forth here, but I wanted something for y'all to see, so I wanted to share this with y'all, and maybe some of y'all that's got mules or horses, maybe this might help some of y'all. Stay tuned in the upcoming days. We're gonna have some video. We're gonna have a video coming out on stiff tongue wagons, the differences in a stiff tongue versus a drop tongue wagon. Gonna do one on that, and we got some more timber we got to get cut, so hopefully I can get some videos of me and Skylar cutting some timber. But anyway, thank y'all, every one of you, for watching and commenting and all that good stuff. I really appreciate it, y'all. Have a good one.